fat-soluble vitamins. From the word fat-soluble, you cannot absorb them without them dissolving in fat. This is the reason why I tell you to eat fatty meats. Imagine you eating lean meat plus vegetables, a waste of those vegetables. Vegetables come with vitamins and minerals, but these vitamins that are fat-soluble, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, you cannot absorb them without them dissolving in fat. Okay? And that is the saturated fat, not the liquid cooking oils that you guys consume all the time, the seed oils. So these are the names for these vitamins. Vitamin K is called phytoquinone. That is K1. K2 is menaquinone. Do not struggle cramming these names. Just know when you read on that tablet or on that capsule that is written on vitamin K supplement, this is what you will see. You will see either phytoquinone or menaquinone. That will be vitamin K1 and K2. Most importantly, vitamin K1. Why? Oh no, K2. Why? Because when you're trying to absorb vitamin D, or when you're trying to take vitamin D supplements, you must take them with vitamin K2, either an injection or a supplement. Why? Because vitamin K2 is the one that, or K3 is the one that actually sends vitamin D and the calcium from the bloodstream into the bones. So you need it. Vitamin E are the ones that are called tocopherols or tocotrienols. Do not cram it. Vitamin D, of course, cholecalciferol. Why cholecalciferol? Cholesterol. So vitamin D comes from cholesterol. One of the functions of cholesterol is production of vitamin D. And then vitamin A, which is of course carotene. Now, all of you are aware of the functions already. We know vitamin K plays a very important role in blood clotting. We know vitamin E is an antioxidant, but for you to get more of vitamin E, you need vitamin C. We just talked about it, right? We know vitamin D is actually one that promotes bone growth and development. It's actually very important for kidney function. It's actually important for your immune system. So vitamin D is very necessary for that. And then also your skin. And then vitamin A, of course, vision. You need it for vision. So if you don't have vitamin A, no vision for you. If you don't have vitamin K, you'll bleed to death. If you don't have vitamin D, very weak bones and rickets in children, very poor immunity. If you don't have vitamin E, toxins will build up in your system because it's an antioxidant together with vitamin C. But most importantly, vitamin E also plays a role in the retina. So when you have retinopathy, if you don't have diabetes, then start considering vitamin E because it's actually one that actually the deficiency can cause retinopathy. Also anemia and neurological issues, nerve problems, numbness, low IQ in children, vitamin E is coming in there. And vitamin E is actually rich in the pumpkin, in the nuts, and most importantly, in the pumpkin seeds. So do not wait for me to go and process the pumpkin seeds and bring them to you packaged and selling them in the supermarket shelves. Simply buy a pumpkin, cook it plus the seeds and enjoy everything. Do not throw anything away. Vitamin D, of course, rickets, osteomalacia, and low immunity. Vitamin K, bleeding, and this condition in children that is called hemophilia. Vitamin A, those people who have very bad skin and they go and buy the vitamin A supplements, the acne. Check your hormone profile. If you have high estrogen, you'll have cystic acne. So go and lower estrogen through fasting and eating healthy, dropping the hormonal contraceptives. Number 2, vitamin A, night vision. If you're struggling to see mostly during very wee hours of the evening, vitamin A is coming in handy. So blindness is actually a vitamin A deficiency. And then of course, vitamin A is one of the vitamins that actually plays a very important role in immunity and fighting viruses for that matter. So I would have recommended, instead of giving us vitamin C supplements during COVID, they should have given you vitamin A supplements. At least they would have made sense. And then vitamin A plays a very important role in teeth and bone development in children. Okay? Yeah. So those people who have very dry skin, very bad vision, simply start considering vitamin A. Do not wait for me to bring you vitamin A supplements and skin products that have tretinoin and all that. Just go and find it. Okay? Good. So, the richest sources of these things, the fat-soluble vitamins, the liver, the green leafy vegetables, the egg and the egg yolks, the fatty meats, fish, chicken skin. So those of you who strip off the chicken skin because it will give you cholesterol, now you know the chicken skin rich in these vitamins. Those are the sources. And actually, allow me to just take you through the normal sources for each one of them. Okay, so for vitamin K, of course, you cannot lack fermented cabbage. So somebody who's taking fermented cabbage has vitamin K, has vitamin C, has probiotics, has prebiotics, has lactic acid, all these. And then fermented foods are actually digested so fast and absorbed easily. So imagine vitamin K is rich in sauerkraut, the green leafy vegetables, also the cruciferous vegetables, the broccoli, cauliflower, eggplant, carrots, cucumbers, all of them. But ladies, cucumbers. Ladies, cucumbers and carrots. Cucumbers will go extinct. We talked about foreign objects when we were talking about vaginitis. Do you remember? Please consider that, ladies. Anyway, fish, the liver, egg yolks, and meats, all of all of them have vitamin K. Vitamin E, almonds. That's why I tell you to consume nuts, groundnuts, avocados, fish, bell peppers, chili peppers, pumpkins, and pumpkin seeds. Yes, Zamunda, you are spoiled, brother. At the eggplant. Yeah, there was this show I was watching. Was it watching? No, listening to. This guy from called Jubal from South Africa. And there was a lady who was so upset because the gentleman sent him the eggplant emojis. A lot of them after the first date. This lady was like, "Aye, yeah, this guy is actually trying to win me for the second date." And he has about 10 emojis. What is the message? Now the guy is saying, no. That when I just typed vegetables, that is the first vegetable emoji that came there. So he decided to just put it there. I was like, aye. Aye. Wewe. Acha kutudanganya bwana. Anyway. So yeah, vitamin D, fatty fish. So do not waste your money going to buy cod liver oil, the synthetic one. Simply buy fish. We have the salmon, we have the sardines, the omena, we have mushrooms, we have egg yolks again, liver, beef, and imagine liver, beef, and eggs. Literally all of them. And when I tell you to eat 6 to 8 eggs, you're like, why? We have all of them present in the egg, the liver, and the fish. Okay? Also vitamin D, chicken skin. And then vitamin A, liver, fish, eggs again. Butter, cheese, greens. How can you miss out on those foods? So you tell me again, when we talked about the water-soluble vitamins, we said that the water-soluble vitamins, when you just eat healthy, you can never lack them. Now tell me, if you eat red meat, fatty meat, you eat chicken, you eat fish, you eat sardines, you eat green leafy vegetables and avocado and nuts, which fat-soluble vitamin are you going to miss? Which one? If you're eating the liver, you're eating the eggs, you're eating the fish, you're eating sardines, you're eating meat, fatty meats for that matter, and then you're eating green leafy vegetables and an avocado as your only fruit, which vitamin are you going to miss out? And when we're talking about water-soluble vitamins, we simply mention the same foods without mentioning fruits. So when you tell me fruits are healthy, what are you telling me? Oh, they come with vitamins. But the same vitamins are all over here. So what are you missing out just because you do not eat fruits? Nothing. The only thing you're missing out is the sugar that's coming with the fruits. If it's fiber, it's in the vegetables. If it's vitamins, it's here. All of them are here. The fat-soluble and water-soluble, all of them are here. But you are an addict to sugar and you're sticking to fruits and you're lying to us that you eat fruits because they're healthy. Yet you don't even know the taste of the vitamins. You don't even know the color. You don't even know if those fruits have vitamins. What you are sure is that they have sugar. That's why when you eat it and it doesn't have sugar, you drop it. You say, oh, now mama wa fruits hajanipea nzuri, zimeharibika, hata si tamu. You're an addict of sugar in denial. On this note, I want you to note these things. 1, vitamin D is coming from cholesterol. Cholesterol is stored under your skin. And this cholesterol that is stored under your skin, have you ever just rubbed your skin or hurt your skin, you'll see a white thing? That is actually fat stored in form of cholesterol. So that cholesterol is inactive vitamin D. And for you to actually make it more inactive, you must get the sun. That's why I tell you to enjoy the sun. And guess what they tell you? Avoid the sun because the sun will give you skin cancer. When you avoid the sun, you end up getting skin cancer, and then they come with the the anti-cancer medications. When you avoided the sun, tomorrow they're having a walk for cancer awareness. These are children who were born through CS, children who have lived in a house that has molds. The house is so cold. The windows are super closed and tinted. There is no light coming in. They don't even have a balcony. And they are thinking just because they live in Nairobi, they are living the best lives. Parents are thinking, oh, we are civilized. We cannot go to the villages. Why would you go to the villages? We have a good job here. You're sticking in towns and your children are suffering because of just missing the sun. A simple thing. You wake up your child at 4 a.m. They are standing on the bus stop. By 6 a.m., this child is so drained already. They sit in a bus and the next thing they are doing is sleeping. By the time they're getting to school, they are sitting under an AC because you're so civilized. They eat very bad foods in that school. The sausages, the bacon. Sometimes they're made chips. They're given chicken that is this broiler chicken that has a lot of estrogen. Then you start wondering where my child got cancer from. Now you're going for a walk. Start wondering where is my child getting all these allergies from? Why is my teenage son having all these erectile issues? Why do I have fatty children? Very fat children at age of 7, 8, 9. A 13-year-old girl looking like a 45-year-old woman. And now her self-esteem is going down because everybody is actually targeting her, telling her, I want to come, say. Parents, you just kill your children. See those children with pot bellies. A child having a serious pot belly. Thighs are touching each other. He cannot even, a lot of friction between the thighs. This is a child. Snoring in that bus as they head to school. And in school, the teachers are so lazy, they are so weird. They are now indoctrinating these agendas of the West into their children. The LGXYZ agenda is coming in. Now the child comes from school, is dropped at the gate, no playing, covered in shoes and all that. Comes, sits in the sitting room. You've given them a PS5. PUBG, PS5 ndo hii, PUBG. This other one is seated there watching soap opera. The girl knows programs on TV from 7 a.m. all the way to 12. As they finish Afro cinema, they sleep on the couch. Tomorrow, the same procedure. Child sleeps at midnight, wakes up at 4. Who are you raising zombies? Now you're asking where are these conditions coming from? They're actually coming from you. And you say, oh, it's in the genes. It's not in the genes. It's in the diet. It's in the lifestyle that you're giving these children. And the only time these children see at least some light is in the evening when they are walking fat dogs along the streets. I see them all the time. A dog is so obese. So you've actually transferred your bad eating habits to the dogs. Now a dog is obese. And now a child finds company in a fat dog because all of them are fat anyway. And when you're told your child is fat, you start catching feelings. You hate children. Oh, you are fatphobic. Fatangoa. Hey, where? What are you raising, guys? What are we raising? I mean, your mother raised you well. You became lean. You just got to get fat when you started getting a payslip. You are born when you're being bathed in that warm water on the sun. You enjoy it. You tap in the water and you feel good. And now your mother is applying petroleum jelly on your back and stretching your legs while the back is facing the sun. Now what are you doing? What are you doing? You leave your children with a maid. At 3 months, you're already going back to work because you prefer career over, over motherhood. And now you see one clip of a maid stepping on a baby and you're like, that is so evil. No, you are evil because you don't love your children. If you love the children, you will be there. It's that simple. And again, this trickles down to the men. Men have become males. They are so weak, they cannot provide. They want to share bills. Now your woman at 3 months going to work, now leaving home milk formulas that have MSG, that have all these preservatives, and your children are suffering. And then you come and wonder, how did my child get cancer? Oh, but my family does not have cancer, but your diet has cancer. It does. On Sundays, Sunday is coming. As people are fasting, because we fast during the weekends to break those bad habits. We break a fast on Sunday evening. But you, there, binging your child on seed oils, soda every time. You are sitting this child in KFC and Pizza Inn on Sunday because you're a modern parent, right? The child eats a whole pizza alone, and then gallops a 500 ml soda alone, belches all the way to the pharmacy to take omeprazole. And you're still thinking that you're a good parent. Good for who? If that's how you were raised, you didn't have parents. No wonder you are not a parent anyway. And then after that, on Monday morning, because you have a health insurance, you are carrying these babies to the hospital, you want to use an insurance cover or policy as a shopping voucher. You want to take all drugs in the hospital. Just because the pharmacist called you and told you, hey, you know what, those drugs are back. You're going to take your 10 drugs for diabetes and hypertension, and then you take 5 drugs for your child for allergies and antibiotics, original antibiotics, because you can afford it through your insurance, right? And hospitals know when you have a rich insurance, they target you. Oh, they'll give you the best drugs, best in quotes. Why? Because they're giving you originals, because they want to double the prices. And they want to drain that insurance because you'll not ask questions. If you are paying in cash, you will know the pain. You'll use that money to fetch things from the market. So your child is given antibiotics, antihistamines every day. Tomorrow they are coming back, a skin problem. They are given those emollients. They apply, nothing is happening. Your daughter is always having painful cramps. And then after the cramps, you reward her with a whole box of pizza. Is it Terrific Tuesday or whatever? The one that they give you one pizza plus another one. This is a girl who has just suffered hormonal imbalance a week ago. Now you're telling her, oh, your menstruations are so problematic. Now that you've won the battle, let's go and enjoy pizza. Civilization, right? Children with pot bellies. Now cancer is in children. And now we're going to walk. We will walk all these distances, hoping that as we walk, cancer just melts. We walk that distance, we get tired, and as a family, we go and sit in Chicken Inn and enjoy the estrogens in that chicken. And then we walk home, and we seated there watching TV, hoping that we can see ourselves passing through the TV because it will be captured live on air, right? So that you can share it. You say, oh, I went for the walk. Some of you will be there with content creation, with cameras, with your iPhones, taking videos. Oh, this is a cancer walk. Hey. Anyway, vitamin A, it can terminate a pregnancy. Remember we said vitamin C has oxytocin-like effect? Vitamin A is actually one of the vitamins that is highly toxic because, again, remember we said the fat-soluble vitamins, they don't leave the body because they're not soluble in water. So they don't leave the body through the kidneys. So they are retained. So their chances of deficiencies is low, but their chances of toxicity is high because they are stored in the body. So getting a deficiency condition from fat-soluble vitamins is very rare, but their toxicity is very high. And the deficiency only comes in mostly at vitamin D and vitamin E also because of lack of vitamin C. If you see any food product labeled on fortified with vitamin A or vitamin E or vitamin D, run away. Margarine is actually fortified with vitamin E. From where? And these guys are so smart. They knew fat-soluble vitamins require fat, and they convinced you that margarine is healthy fat. So you will know that vitamin E is actually coming from margarine. And when they bring that advert on television, they make sure that they put something here, and then there's a child who is growing so fast because of eating margarine, the other one has a stunted growth. And guess what? A parent will run to buy that margarine and feed it to the children. It's written on fortified with folic acid and vitamin E for growth and immunity with zinc, and you buy it. Crazy world. Fat-soluble vitamins are not in margarine. They are in, at least use butter. It's a saturated fat, okay? So yes, vitamin A can terminate a pregnancy, and also it is teratogenic. So if you're pregnant and you're on vitamin A supplements, drop them tonight because they will destroy the brain and the spinal cord of your child. Last one is vitamin E. High content of vitamin E acts the same way as warfarin. Madaktari kwa nyumba. Warfarin is the drug that helps you thin blood to prevent you from getting strokes. So yes, if you're not on warfarin, vitamin E can actually help you thin blood. So that means vitamin E can actually prevent you from getting heart diseases and strokes. But the natural vitamin E, when you take it as a supplement, excess of vitamin E, you end up getting a risk of actually getting bleeding from all orifices, your nose, your mouth, your gums, all over, because it thins blood. And for those parents or those people who are taking aspirin, and then you take vitamin E supplement, disaster. Those people who are taking warfarin to thin your blood, and you take vitamin E supplement, death sentence. Hello? So that's why I told you, if you want supplements, simply eat foods. Get the organic supplements. Please do that. But eating products from the industries and then heading to a supplement provider to give you supplements. You don't want to age, so you're taking vitamin A or vitamin whatever. You don't want hypertension, you're taking this. You have a whole mini pharmacy or a whole food industry in your home in form of supplements and medication. You're going to get medical and medicines interactions. We call it drug interactions. The drugs interact with other drugs interact with food, drugs interact with other elements and minerals. So that interaction is actually a dangerous one to you. So the more the drugs on your prescription, the dangerous that prescription is, and the more life-threatening it is. Number two, the more the supplements in your home, the more useless you are. The more useless you are, because supplements are actually foods. Why don't you just eat foods? Why would you wait for me to get vitamin B from an egg yolk, make it in the lab, process it and make it even more, and then bring it in a capsule and sell it expensively to you? Some of you have supplements from those companies that cost 25,000. 25,000. Do you know how much 25,000 is in terms of healthy foods? Hizo ni mikebe 25 za ghee. You can use them for about 2-3 years. 25 tins of ghee. 25,000 for a supplement that is just for the skin, or for the hair, or for whatever it is you're taking, or for the brain, and you're taking omega-3 supplements instead of just eating fish.